Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Mysteries of Radnarok campaign. We are Jackless again this session, but not the problem. A little recap on what happened last time. The party woke up from sleeping in the Sleepy Cub, and after a little time, it was discovered by Xylith that the Blacksmith's building was on fire. The forge and the house were all ablaze, and everyone started to rush to try to help out with putting out the fire. And while the fire was still going on, Xylith discovered a hidden trap door back by the forge of the blacksmith. And after going down to investigate, kind of looking through some of the rooms, had found a couple of chests and a couple of locked doors before Wilbert came in and tried helping out to just investigate the space, while Belto and Nymphis and Beatrice were up top still helping out put out the rest of the fire. Once all the fire was put out, everyone was joining downstairs, and they found a couple of crates with some odds and ends, kind of tattered clothing, some skulls, and a couple of barrels of black powder and some other substances, along with just a dining table with chairs and a cooking pit and another room with some sleep sacks, and seemed pretty unused for the most part. But when they got a little bit further back into this kind of basement area, they found a sigil that was active and glowing. And after experimenting with it a little bit, between Rorik's religion check and Xylith testing out some of the skulls in the room, there's definitely a necromantic effect to the room in particular. We had a bird and some kind of other humanoid creature that was able to talk to Xylith telepathically, kind of give a little bit more information of what's going on down here. And at the end of it, Xylith decided to put some of the tatters onto himself and try to enter the room with a contested restraining check by Wilric and Belto. And he succeeded, so we are going to follow up on the result of that roll here at the very start of this session. So, Xylith, yes. I believe last time you said you were just putting your foot in.
Yeah.
Is that...
And I'm wearing the thingy. I'm just going to try to step over the barrier of the door frame.
Yes, okay. I need you to roll a wisdom check, please. Or, sorry, not wisdom check, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Seven, okay. As you
put your foot into the room, you start hearing these kind of shrieks in your head, and though it's not debilitating, you don't get the same effects as Rorik did when he put his hand in the room and it got disintegrated. But you have just shrieks in your head. What do you do in response?
Is it to the point where I have to like hold my head, like I can't proceed?
It's not debilitating, so it's not like if you wanted to keep going forward, you could.
Okay. I'm gonna take another step forward.
Okay.
Into the room.
Belto and Wilric,
what are you doing?
are you still going to try to prevent him from moving further? Okay, so I need another contested roll.
I have to use athletics because I'm attempting to grapple to pull you up back. You can use athletics or acrobatics to escape.
I believe he used acrobatics last time.
Yeah.
I got a 7.
Not a good start from Belto. And
Nope.
an 8!
8!
You get out of my grasp. Also, you guys might want to flip spots on the map. Because right now, Xylus is still between Rilric and I, so you guys might want to swap as...
Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm technically, like, right there now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd be...
Okay.
Was it athletics?
Yep, perfect.
Well, you were... Okay, so...
Let's attempt to grapple, but... So
Xylith, you make your way into the room, and as you fully get into the room, it's just silence in the room. But
no more shrieking in my head?
No more shrieking. Nothing seems to be happening. Roll a perception check for me, please.
11.
11. As you make your way in, you kind of just take a look around, and the sigil is still glowing on the floor. You still see the moonbeam from Belto just still shining down on it, but it's eerily quiet in the room.
I'm
and
gonna...
Belto and Orc, you just see Xylith just kind of standing there after getting in there and just looking around. Nothing seems to be happening to him.
I'm just gonna, like, tell, because Belto's, like, right in the door frame, I'm gonna be like, I don't hear anything anymore.
Like, I'm there
Belto,
with, like, my...
Belto, you do not hear him say that.
Do
You
I
see his
see
lips
his
moving,
mouth
but
move?
you do not... You see his mouth move, but you do not hear him say that.
Xylith, are you speaking? Does Xylith hear that?
Can I hear him?
You cannot hear that.
Can't hear each other, okay.
I would like to
I'm
try.
gonna...
Oh, sorry. You do your thing first before I try my thing.
I'm just gonna be wary, but I'm gonna take, like, another step closer to the sigil.
Okay. You take another
So I'll
step,
just go
nothing seems to happen.
Nothing. Okay. There is, like, the that's a door, right? Right behind the sigil thing?
Yes, there's another door.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to make my way towards that, kind of avoiding the sigil, so I want to go, like, around it.
Okay.
So I'll just
Belto-
keep walking towards the thing.
Okay, so we'll say you take your time to walk over there.
I will
Belto,
attempt
what would you like to do?
to use my psionic mind to telepathically communicate to Xylith if possible. Xylith,
Okay.
are you of your own mind?
You do hear that.
I'll turn around and just, I guess, because I can't, like, communicate with him, right? So I'll just, like, nod. Yeah, I'll just go like this.
Belto looks terrified because he's like, he saw the damage that this room did to Wilric. He heard the mental screams in his own head. Like, he is, like, he's got his arms out like he wants to reach to help, but it's trembling and, like, still just before the entryway of the actual room itself.
I'm gonna go towards the door.
Beatrice, what's
Like, just
going
over
on?
here.
As I was gonna say, as the commotion is going on, Beatrice is you hear her kind of shuffling through some stuff, and she turns around and is like, "I found this kind of military type hat," and then she sees Xylith walking away, and she's like, "What had just happened?" Because she was kind of distracted with
Xylith's wearing the garbs, and it seems to be working for him.
Oh no. Is Xylith undead?
If so, my healing wouldn't have worked in the past. Actually, have I ever healed Silas?
You have, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Beatrice just looks at the hat and is like, maybe there's something to wearing these specific items? No, Rick, here you go.
I turn around and like, nope. Nuh-uh. Not doing that again. No.
Since you're the closest one there.
Nope. 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 And then I'll
Get out of here, Wilrick.
start
I'll use a little
scuffling.
bit more healing on you.
I'm going to scuffle a little bit back. Nope. Not today. Not today. Nope. Not today. Not today.
You're licking our wounds.
You just disappear.
Beelined all the way back.
Oh god.
Got to close that over here. Boop.
I almost lost my arm. I'm not losing anything else. No.
Okay. So as you get to the door, what do you do?
Try to open it.
Okay, it opens.
Okay. What do I see in the room?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should still have my light source from earlier, unless this room dispels it, but...
Oh, great!
Lay on the altar, silent.
So as you get to the door and you open the door, you see a few different kind of stone or crystalline structure type things surrounding a table with some dim ambient light coming from somewhere in the room. The table looks like it's kind of very old, and ignore the kind of the blood stuff on there, but there's looks like a few different kinds of instruments, some other materials laid out on the table.
Okay.
There's some stuff that's just wrapped in some what looks like kind of rolls of either paper or parchment, some other things in some vials or flasks, but it looks like some different kinds of ingredients of some kind with some different utensils and implements.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the table
Okay.
just so I can see if there's anything that I can grab from there.
Okay. There's several different things. Roll a investigation check.
Just seeing what...
17.
Could see. Okay, so you will be out of my line of sight completely.
Yeah.
For everyone else, Beatrice is like, well, I mean, if Xylith made it through with some of the tattered stuff from the chest, maybe this will work for someone else. Or we can just wait for Xylith to come back.
Give me the outfit.
No. We need a healer. If you go down, I don't want to. I'll do it.
I still haven't taken any physical injury. If I do, I'm running back here.
It's. Are you sure? I don't mind going first. It'd be easier to pick me up and everything than if you go down. You're a big dragon and it's heavy to pull out.
Fair.
All right, just hand me the hat. I'll take it.
While that's happening, I will give you one use of my healing light to try to top you off a little bit. So let me just... And you heal for... 1.
Thank you. Oh my god, that was so helpful.
This is why I save it for when people are down.
Oh my god.
One is better than
You're
none.
so. Oh god. Feel like
You'll only do that twice more.
So, Belto, you're taking the hat from Beatrice?
No,
No, I'm
Memphis
taking
is
it.
intercepting that.
Oh, Nifis is taking it. Okay.
I'm on
Alright.
emergency resuscitation duty.
Okay, got it.
All right, I placed the hat on. Does it require any Well, it takes a while to tune anyway. Sure. All right. Okay.
Xylas was able to go in straight away.
I hold on to it like the, do
It
the
seemed
whole,
there was a bit of resistance at first.
like there's wind, and I just like run into.
Okay.
Can I?
I need you to roll a D100, please.
Oh my god, I die. All right, D100. 23.
Okay. You run into the room, and I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Good god, I die.
Move your token. I'll get ready to pull you out.
18 plus 5.
All right, you run in. You do not get the shrieking voices like Xylas did when he first entered the room, but you enter the room, flying into it, and you get about halfway into the room, and it's eerily quiet. But you're in the room.
I look back at them. I go. And I was like, "No, I'm good."
Belto literally like grabs his chest where his heart is.
As Beatrice sees Nymphis doing this, but she reaches to you and is like, "Do something!"
Do something.
We're gonna like indirectly kill Belto.
How do you react, Belto? Or do you?
No, he gave the thumbs up, so he's like,
Oh, okay.
After pretending I'm like,
he did the initial bit and then.
Okay. Xylas, with your investigation roll.
Can I yell
figured,
out
like
Silas?
most of the components there that you found, you could probably try to tidy up and put them away. There's a few things that you recognize as just kind of like different kind of potion type ingredients. There's some other things that you're not as familiar with, so given the state of everything in here being kind of necromantic in nature, you're probably safe to assume that some of these are specific for more necromancy type stuff that you're not familiar with. Different odds and ends, like looks like there's some intestine type things, there's a couple of eyeballs, there's
Great.
some dead little insect looking things, but
Okay.
you could like just shuffle all the stuff into your bag and kind of figure it out later.
Okay. There is another door here.
Yes.
Can I go towards that one?
Before she does that, can I yell out for Xylas while I'm in here? Would she be able to hear me?
Xylas would be able to hear you in this room, yes.
Xylas? Xylas?
You do hear that, Xylas.
Emphas?
And I assume I do not.
Is that you?
I'm here.
Hey, come over here. Come look what I found.
I will avoid stepping on the circle stuff for sure and go around and follow Xylas to wherever she... What is this area? What is...
I don't know.
You said there's no blood on the
No, there's
No, it's just the image. Okay.
Yeah.
There's rocks and...
Isn't this cool?
But there is like a stone slab that looks like some kind of
table
table.
Does it have any writing or anything on it?
Roll an investigation check.
Can I assist her with that?
Sure. Roll with advantage.
Woo!
Ooh.
At 20.
20.
There is inscription on it, but I do not believe you understand it.
Can I show it to Nymphis and see if he can read it?
Yeah. That's you can. What languages do you know, Nymphis?
Common, Draconic, and Primordial.
You would not know this.
No.
It's
You would
fine.
not know this either.
I will jot it down regardless because I'm going to pull out my book. Like, all right, I don't understand what this is, but I could probably translate it later with some time. Let me just jot it here in this corner. Well,
Okay.
what else is in here? This looks like...
There's a door over here.
Wait. What's in this? Did you already investigate this area?
No.
Is this actually here, the shelf thing?
Yeah, there's some other, like, it's some more kind of ingredient types or like some utensil type stuff. There is some additional things over there, yeah.
Alright. I'll be looking at
I
that.
already took some of this.
Did you pick up any of the glowing rocks?
I do not believe
No,
he's
I
picked up
didn't
any of the
touch
rocks
those.
yet. The glowing rocks.
I don't think we should touch those, Nymphis.
Well, okay, are there any of the rocks on the shelf here that might look like the...
There are some crystals that are on the shelves. They don't quite look the same as the ones that are placed on the floor and kind of emitting a slight glow, but there are some large and small crystals that are on the shelves.
Do we have to...
I'll try to grab some of the crystals.
Okay.
And like pocket them. I don't know if they're going to be useful, but I'll be like, these might be useful for something else, or maybe it'll help with the research later. So let me pocket some of these here. Any books?
No books.
Surprisingly, shockingly, no books. Necronomicon is not here. Fine. Alright, you said there's another door?
There's a door here, yeah.
Okay, let's go check it out.
Alright, while you do that, Beatrice is gonna just kind of go back to the crisis, start rummaging through things. Belto, Rick, what are you all doing?
I'm just gonna sit there, look over my arm. I'm like, I'm not going in that forsaken room. Whatever you do, I'm not going in there, and I'm just gonna sit down, look down here. That's all I'm gonna do.
My eyes are just glued to this doorway, watching for any sign of my companions or a flash of anything to know if they're in danger or anything.
Zyla, should we like let them know we're okay?
I think, yeah, maybe. Let's just peek our head in the doorway over here.
Okay, and so while Belto's looking out and while Rick is just kind of sitting there,
you know what I'm going to do?
Beatrice is going to go ahead and do another cure wounds on you. We'll work for 6 points of healing.
What I'll do is
she can spare it.
Can I toss that paper that I ripped the thing?
Yeah, the inscription on the...
Inscription. I'll just toss it towards Belto then, like hold it up and I'll be like, see if I can toss it outside the door. So they can look at it.
Catch.
You catch the piece of parchment.
And I'll have a little note saying this. I'll have a little note saying this is what we found there on a tomb thing or whatever.
I'll take a step back and use my psionic mind to speak to you, since you weren't able to, or Xylith wasn't able to hear me before, but he responded when I used this. Do you want to explain what you guys found in there? You know I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone knows at this point. I don't think it should be a
Yeah.
Is that the first time you used it on me, though?
No. This is
No,
like
I
the
think
second or
everyone's
third
had it
time.
before.
Okay, cool. I was just like...
Because wasn't there
I'll
one time
still
no
accept
The
frost?
first time was the campfire for you.
I'll still act as the first time. And then I'll see your face.
I just look back. Nymphis is fine.
Yeah. And then I'll go like this one more moment. There's like, and then we're gonna go back and check it out, the door again. I'll give you
I
the...
was gonna look a little exasperated, but okay.
What are these black hole looking things? Have you mentioned those?
They're pillars.
Pillars, okay.
They're just pillars in the room.
While they're walking back, I'll just show the handed off message to Beatrice and Wilwick. Can either of you two read what they traced over in there?
As you open up the parchment, the ink has been kind of smudged and scrambled up.
It's like I'm holding this up, and it's just a smudge thing.
It's like
neither of
you expect to, like, you've seen
Never mind.
Nifis's handwriting before, and it's very clean and very pristine. But like for some reason, this is all like, it's like almost what he wrote down started to droop or started to morph or malform itself. So it's somewhat unreadable.
And I don't know this, so
Yeah. Why would he give me something like completely illegible? Like, is it something they found? What is this? Moving on.
You know me better than that. Come on.
All right, Xylith and Nifis, go ahead and so you get to the door. What you gonna do?
I'll let Xylith open it.
Open.
It is locked.
Oh.
Can't you pick it or open it?
Do I have any lockpicks? Oh, yes, I do. I'm gonna try to pick it.
If only there was a road.
Rogue doing rogue things? Yes.
This was literally me last time.
Yes,
I'm a rogue.
Dexterity, right? Dexterity check, please.
Can I assist? Okay. I don't know how, but can I assist?
I was going to say...
Are you proficient with these tools? Then I'm going to say no.
But can I whisper to her?
Because of the proficiency, that would be like probably a sleight of hand or stealth, depending on if either one of those matches up. Since you probably took proficiency in thieves' tools, then if you have proficiency in sleight of hand, just use sleight of hand. It'd be the same roll.
18.
You are able to get the door unlocked.
Hmm.
Good job, Xyla.
You open the door?
Yeah.
Alright.
Slowly. I just want to peek in there. Because locked doors make me feel weird.
Everything's going to kill us as soon as the door opens.
They've unleashed
I
the
need...
dinosaurs.
Hang on. I need... Wisdom saving throws from both of you.
Alright, that's another 18 plus...
12.
18 again plus another... plus 5.
23. Okay. So, as you open the door, there's this weird kind of bluish green flash that seems to emit from the door frame, and for a second, Nifis, you kind of reel in almost some kind of effect trying to wash over you, but it does nothing. Xylith, however, you take...
Oh no.
Oh, great.
I saw some sort of flash around the corner.
10 points of necrotic damage and 1 point of psychic damage.
Oh.
As some kind of warding trap activates as this door gets opened. Gotta check for traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. We got carried away. Our curiosity got the best of us.
Ow!
Ow!
But that washes over you, and the door is now open.
Oh yeah, we should probably check for traps.
Yeah, you think?
Every room we ever enter from now on, including like taverns, I check for traps.
Every door.
There could be a trap under this bar stool.
So there's a hallway that kind of leads out, and then looks like it continues going on down to the right.
Should we go?
I kind of don't want to go without everybody else, though. Like, what if there's more traps like that? Can I test something real quick? Here.
Sure.
Nymphis gets a thought, and he goes, I wonder. And he'll go for the hat real quick, and like does this whole pulls it off and see if I get affected by anything.
Yeah, you do.
Memphis, what are you doing?
He's testing a theory. He's finding out if we could alter who has the equipment.
Yeah. If I'm already good with it and then I don't need it again, I can toss the hat and see if they can walk through. But if it hurts me right off the back, I'm gonna try to pull it back down as soon as possible.
Alright, let's find this out.
Yeah. Screamer!
Hang on.
Out of danger, Wilbur.
You take 15 points of necrotic damage as your entire body just gets these sharp shooting pains.
Pull it back down as soon as I possibly can. 15 now?
Yep.
Oh, that hurts. Ah! Yeah, that hurts.
I'm just gonna be like looking at Nymphis very dumbfounded.
I thought it would work. It hurts everywhere. The whole body's on fire. Wah, wah, wah.
What's your passive perception, Xylith?
Where do I find that? Oh,
12
13.
13.
Yeah.
You notice as Nymphis took the hat off that the crystals closest to you all glowed a bit more brightly.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that to Nymphis.
What do you mean? They glowed?
They did, yeah.
Wait a second.
This one, right here. Right next to us.
Yep.
Alright. Another theory. Ow. 1 second. I'm still recovering.
Are you sure you want to test out another theory right now?
No. 1 second. What if these crystals are tethered to the magic there? Can I investigate that further? Crystals?
Yeah.
Or do an arcana or whatever?
What are you trying to do?
Since he mentioned that when I got the pain, the crystals glue, so maybe in Nymphis' mind he's thinking maybe they're all connected. The crystals is like power for the sigil and all the extra stuff, so he's trying to pull that from that.
Okay. In that case, roll a Arcana check.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right. Dirty 20.
Based on what Xylith told you happened when you took the hat off of you, it seems these crystals are almost kind of a negative energy and almost suck life force where it's present. And you don't necessarily get the sense that the crystals are linked to the sigil directly. It seems to be isolated to this room and whatever rituals or sacrifices or whatever was done specifically in this room, and taking a look at the orientation of where the crystals are and everything, it definitely seems like the table in the middle with the crystals is used for some kind of necromantic magic of some kind.
Okay, so
And I do not believe you. I think Xylith, you swiped off most of the ingredients off the table before Nymphis got there, right? I think.
Yeah.
So based on the limited knowledge of what you had of some of the resources that were on the bookshelf, looks like there were probably some elements to some of the necromantic rituals or whatever was used kind of in this room. And that's as much as you get.
So if I don't smash the crystals, the effects will not be effective. Oh, alright. That's fine.
No, smashing the crystals you do not think will negate the effects of not wearing the clothing articles.
Okay. All right.
Meanwhile, since Beatrice is going to go help up top to not kind of sit around, so
Go alert any authorities, perhaps.
All right, Xylith. Let's keep going. Let's just look around the corner and see what's there.
We can just peek around the corner, yeah. Is there any more traps in here?
Okay. You have to
The
be
traps.
the one to find.
Yeah, I'm looking. What is it, investigation?
It'd be perception just to kind of keep an eye out for traps. It'd be investigation more if you're looking at something specific to see if it is a trap or not.
Okay,
I'll help with whatever you're doing.
perception.
Yeah.
Ooh. 22.
22. Okay. So you're keeping an eye out for traps.
Okay. Going down the hallway. I'm just gonna, once we get here, I'm gonna like hold Nymphis back and I'm gonna like, let's just peek around the corner in case there's something there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Belto, Wilbur, you all doing anything? Or are you just kind of waiting?
Last I saw, there was a flash, and I haven't gotten anything since then. So
Boom!
there was a flash, and they haven't appeared yet. Ulrich, is there any more their outfits in those containers at all? Muted Panda.
You're muted.
I'll check. Is there?
There are no other pieces of clothing other than some of the tatters of what you assume Xylith picked up and is currently wearing.
Nothing in there other than tattoos. I'm assuming from the cloth that Xylith took.
I almost wonder if the occurrence is only a couple times, but I'm too scared to test that theory. I just have to hope they're all right. If they don't return in 10 minutes, I'll try taking a dip into the room. If I take damage, you might just have to go topside.
Well, the two people who've been able to get into it were people wearing clothes. Well, these clothes. So if we don't,
Indeed.
we're probably going to get hurt. I do not want to risk my arm again. Other than
I don't
saying
ask that you do. That's why I said I would test.
Yeah. Other than sitting here, the best bet is either trying to communicate from afar if we have the means to doing so, or go back up top and see if anyone up top needs help.
Beatrice already went. I'm going to stay here to keep my eye out for them. It's up to you whether you want to go alert any authorities, find out if the Blacksmith has any other information on this, though he claimed he can get through the locked doors. I don't know. This is
I'll stay here. And
concerning
back you up.
mystery.
I'll stay here and back you up if you need it.
I appreciate it.
You can play with some more of the skulls.
Yeah, I'll grab a
That was
skull
fun.
and chuck it
That
in.
was fun.
Really?
Why not?
Smaller skull or larger skull?
Small.
Small.
What are you
Okay.
doing? What are you doing? Why?
You see it roll on the floor a little bit, but then similarly to the other skulls, it shines with little blue flames in the eye sockets. All right, this one, the head kind of rises off the ground a little bit, and you see it just kind of move in just random directions, kind of keeping us about maybe a foot height off the ground.
Ulrich, why did you do that?
I was bored.
All right, Xylith, you come around the corner and you see another kind of long hall, and it starts to taper off as the light kind of dims out.
Yeah. Does my perception still stand for the
Yes.
trap check?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna like go like this to Nymphis. I'm gonna be like, take my hand. And then we're gonna slowly walk around the corner and down the path.
Okay. Once you get about here,
Okay.
you see some indents along both sides of the walls, and as you kind of slowly kind of investigate what they might be, it looks like there is a trap here where there's spikes that would come out of either side of the wall, and you look on the ground, you do see a little bit of a slight difference in level, where the next maybe 3 feet or so across the entire way, there's like maybe a barely perceptible increase in height. So it's probably like a pressure plate.
Oh, okay. Is it something that we can step over, like without triggering the trap, or?
Possibly.
Hmm.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, as you stepped out the door from the top room, ambient noise starts to return.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, as we stepped out of here.
As you stepped out
Like
of this
closest
door,
to this area. Yeah. I'm gonna relay trap info to Nymphis and just ask him, like, what do we do?
Did you notice that you can hear better again in here?
Yeah, I can. I wonder if this connects to
Somewhere else?
one of the other rooms somehow?
But by the way, you found a trap. Cool. Is that your first trap that you found for ever?
Well, the last one kind of exploded in my face, if you
Well,
remember.
yeah, but I'm talking about like you literally found a trap this time. That's kind of cool. Let's like
I learned my lesson.
let's see if we can go over it. Yeah. Can you disable it?
I'm not sure. It looks like a pressure plated thing. Maybe could I put something on there?
Ooh. Okay, but if you step on it, what's going to happen?
Not me. Something
Like if you
else.
put something on it, what's going to happen?
I think it. Do I know, like, because of the perception? I know, like, it's a spiky trap, right?
that's the sense that you get from the perception roll.
That's the sense. Okay.
If you wanted to investigate further, you do an investigation check to see what specifically it might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try doing that to see if there's any way that I can disarm it without stepping on it or
I
triggering
will
it.
also help with as much as I can.
Investigation and with advantage.
Okay.
We're trying not to die.
Belto.
16.
I'm trying not to meta right now.
You take a look very carefully at the pressure plate, and with your thieves tool, you kind of peel it up just enough where you can kind of see a thin little thread of wire that seems to be connecting to some other thing. But you figure if you can tie that off or cut in such a way where it could not engage as you step on it, you can probably disable the trap.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sleight of hand check.
Okay.
The police are onto the road.
This is going like this.
9.
9. It takes a little finagling. You don't have as much leverage with this because of how short the clearance is to actually get your tools in there. But after tinkering with it for 5 minutes or so, you finally get it to where you can kind of anchor the thread and cut the thread, and you kind of test it by pushing the plate down on the edge, and you've disabled the trap.
Okay. Nifus, high five! I disabled the trap.
Yippee!
I'm all for it. We're all high-fiving. Yeah!
Yippee! Meanwhile, in the other room,
All right.
stress.
Beads of sweat. Come on. Come on.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing. Hook Nymphus's arm. Be like, "Are you ready to go?"
Okay, keep an eye out for more traps just in case.
Oh, don't worry, I shall. Okay, we're gonna keep going down.
Okay. All right, let me take care of this. Hang on just a sec.
Okay.
And there we go.
Oh.
So as you come down into this room, you see kind of a pentagonal room with 3 different cages. And if you look into the cages, you see one of them empty and 2 of them with a collection of bones and some other, looks like some other tatters as well.
Oh. Look, I think this is where they kept the bodies.
I think so. Do you think... Are they locked? I'm gonna test and see if they're locked.
Let's see if they are or not. First one's not locked. Second one's not locked. Third one, the lock flew off. The third one is locked.
Alright, Zyla.
Third one is locked.
Since we can hear better in this area, I tested last time, you're going to have to sacrifice yourself this time. Alright, just see if you can take off your cloak, and if you can, then you might be in a safe area.
Nymphus, I don't think that's a good idea. I think this magic or whatever is here, like past the sigil, and there's bodies, there's bones in here. I don't think we should risk it yet.
But I want to continue without the group.
Maybe should we go back and tell them what we found?
Yeah, but none of them will be able to follow without the actual... Is there any clothing in here at all that might look like what we're wearing?
Looks like there's some tatters. On closer look, there might be one that's useful.
Is it the same one that I'm wearing, or is it different?
It looks different from what you're wearing.
Different.
What you're wearing is a little bit more kind of a pale cream kind of colored fabric, where this one's a little bit more of a.
And I'm wearing a hat that's.
Yeah. What you're seeing is almost kind of some. Almost looks like a. I forget what you call it, but basically like something that you would put over like a cloak, kind of like a maroon colored cloak type thing.
Can I, because you said there was bones in cage 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, so the 2 on
Okay.
the left side.
2 on the left side. I'm gonna
So
try
1,
to
2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Is it any skulls or anything, or just bones?
Looks like there are skulls with them.
There are skulls. Okay. I'm gonna collect one of the pile of bones, like one whole, the skull and the bones together.
We can just do a head.
Second cage or third cage?
I'll do. It was the second one that was unlocked, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do the one that's unlocked.
Okay. So you collect the bones. This one, the skull on this one looks like it has a little bit more of a longer snout on it. I don't think you know enough about bones to know if this is a humanoid or beast or animal or...
I'm gonna turn to Nymphis and be like, do you think that we could put these bones on the table in that other room and see if it does anything?
That would be us dabbling with necromancy. I don't want to bring anything back to life at the moment. Silas, do you have curiosity?
One floated in the room.
There's the one still floating in there. Is this above game? Is this like a little corridor on our right, or is that just the picture?
It's a like it's kind of an entrance to another cave area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do we see this pile here?
That's just a wall.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
connected to this at all. Okay.
I mean, it is in a way, but it's just a wall.
Okay.
From this side, it's just a wall.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
I'll just do this.
Okay.
Unless you had something
Yeah.
like keen mind to know exactly how far you've gone, you wouldn't necessarily know that it's conjoined there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave the bones on the floor for now, and I'll just tell Nymphis like, oh, there's another room here. Maybe we should go look in there.
I live.
Let the bones hit the floor. Let the bones hit the floor.
Okay, but if anything pops out, we gotta book it.
Yeah, we know the way back now, so
Alright.
Yeah.
We gotta book it as fast as we can.
the curiosity's killing me. Is it not killing you?
It's killing me. Literally.
Alright, so y'all are
Alright.
entering the cave.
We're just gonna look at.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peek.
Okay.
Just gonna peek.
Meanwhile, Belta, Wilrick, you all doing anything?
Has it been 10 minutes?
Not quite. No.
Then I'm still waiting.
So it's been about maybe.
I'm
6
just
minutes at
nervously
this point.
watching the stall that we were threw into the room. The only reason Belto hasn't tried to glass it is A, the hammer, the moonbeam is gone at this point because that only lasts 1 minute, and 2 is to prevent him from being bored enough to throw another one in.
So you
Muted.
see the skull just kind of move around the room. At a couple of points, you see it almost kind of like climb up the wall a little bit. Then it kind of gives up and just kind of keeps going from like corner to corner.
I'm just gonna hold a Toll the Dead on it if it starts to make any hostile actions, but that's about it.
You're right. Are you worried about this?
You think I would not be terrified at this point?
Fair enough. I'll use a fireball and just blow it up.
The skull you just threw in. You're gonna do fireball on the. Okay.
I was gonna say it's been a couple minutes.
Same thing that happened with the first small skull. You hit it and the blue light fades and it shoots back and it blows to the bone dust.
That was a rabbit.
Oh well, it's dead now.
It's been dead. That was undead.
Question.
Yes.
Can Nymphis summon Nyx in here?
You can try.
I would have to
'Cause,
unsummon Nyx and then.
Because I was gonna say he can, like, take a message to them, telling them what we found.
Nick splice through it.
I think you forgot what happened to Poe last session.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So we're peeking into this cave, I guess. We're not entering it just yet. Is there anything I see? Any?
As you start to get kind of over the rocks and some of the rubble, you do see kind of faint traces of what looks like either tracks or worn down parts, almost like a pathway that was kind of made or used over time. Other than that, it just looks like it's a opening to a tunnel of some kind.
Okay. I think, talking to Nymphis, I think before we go further, we should go back and tell them what we've found so far.
Okay. Want me to just draw out a little map or something so we can give them like a description? Oh, wait. Well, I don't know that it messed up, so I'm going to still go with that idea. So, yeah, you can like draw a little map and everything. And
yeah. And we can pass that along to them.
Yeah. So I'll try to sketch what we found in a doodly-esque map. You know, nothing to go over. Like, we went this way, and we found this. Here's some rocks and a table. And I'll put a little arrow when Xylith found the trap right here.
Okay.
Then,
yeah, that works.
We're gonna head back over to them.
All right.
Just to tell them what we found.
So you all make your way back. And
making my way.
Nymphis, you mentioned something about possibly taking the crystals, or?
I took crystals off the shelf.
You're going to leave the ones on the floor.
Yeah, I do want to grab the ones on the floor, but probably on the way back. Like when we're
back
when
there
we're
now.
like when we're fully done with the area, like.
Gotcha. All right, so you all are
Yeah.
are making your way back through.
Yeah.
Fucking fast.
Okay.
Is there anything eventful, or do we just
No,
go
you
straight
just go
back?
straight back. So
Straight
yeah.
back? Okay.
So Belta, you see Xylith and Nymphis start coming through.
I was so worried that flash was something that killed you. I couldn't tell.
Also, you all made it. You all passed through the veil to.
Go back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, now you all can talk.
We found so much in
Look,
there.
I made a map. You know, looked up the paper to show the writing of the map that I did.
So you see, kind of just past the one room, you see another room that's kind of rectangular, and then a hallway that goes down to a pentagonal type thing.
Okay.
And then it opens up to another cave that they found.
This is a lot more cleaner than the last thing you just handed off. And I show him the smudged and like ruined stuff.
Wait,
What's the deal with this?
That wasn't like
it was not like that. What? I don't. Huh? I read that out. You saw it, Xylith, right?
I saw it, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when I made this, it didn't look like this at all. So I don't know what happened.
What you said you found a lot. What's in there? What's going on with this place that you can?
Well, I took the hat off and I put it on you.
It, like with that cat in that video where they put the flower on, he just goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like you're gonna have to go look for yourself.
Oh, no.
It's
I'll chill back here with Wolver because I'm kind of hurting. I kind of did a stupid. I pulled off the hat while inside that room just to see if it worked on him. Yeah, don't do that.
Noted.
If you want to come with me, Belto, I can show you what we found so far.
Well, considering the only other languages I understand are Dwarven, Draconic, and Celestial, I doubt this necromancy was done with Celestial wording. If you couldn't read it, I doubt I could. What's over the Wilrick? You understood some other languages at one point, I recall. I just don't remember what those languages were.
You're muted.
Wilrick.
Internal monologue aside.
Right.
Sorry, I've had a very long day.
All good, man.
Alright. Languages. I start speaking words in Celestial casually. Nah, not that one.
Yep, I remember you bringing that up at one point.
Oh no, I never spoke this tongue. No.
No, you used Celestial.
No, I used Infernal. I don't think I used Celestial. I think I used Infernal originally.
It was during your random streams when we were
it
approaching
was Infernal, I think. Oh, to be fair, I think I just did it.
You mixed in everything. We just didn't recognize them all.
I know Celestial, Draconic, Infernal, and Thieves, I guess you can say. Thieves can.
I mean, maybe the Necromantic could use Celestial because of it having to do with bringing things back from the dead, and that's a godly power. But also, aren't devils and such associated with that? I don't know entirely myself. Would you be willing to risk going in there if you have the protection of... And he just, like, looks up at the hat. If you take any damage, you immediately turn around and I will use one of my last remaining heals on you.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. You're the one that
give me the hat. Yeah. I'm very yeah. Show me the way.
Also, I found these and everything before we leave. I'm gonna pull out the items that I took off the shelf and everything like that. I'm not sure if Xylith found anything else either too, but
yeah, I did.
You found
it? Debating detect magic.
Yeah. So we're gonna look at these items here that we found.
And I'll also be looking at the tattered clothes and the hat to see if they exude anything.
Okay. There's a few of the items. Forget detect magic doesn't give you like specific items.
It would
right?
only be the school after I spend an action to focus on it. I can just it's essentially like Assassin's Creed Eagle Vision or Batman Detective Vision, just showing that there is or is not magical stuff. And then if I focus, I can learn what school.
Gotcha. Okay. There's a number of different things as far as abjuration, enchantment, necromancy, obviously.
Yeah.
Transmutation.
Most things to be expected. Alright, so of course necromancy,
is that from the
abjuration,
hats
like we saw on the circle. Transmutation. That's concerning. And that's on just the various items. Anything specifically on the hats? Or the clothing? Or
no,
does it appear like there's nothing? Considering its disrepair, I would presume nothing, and that it's a special effect outside of them. And that's Bobby talking, not Belton.
I'm going to... Right. I'm going to let you roll a Arcana check.
Fair enough, especially since that's the negative for me. Hiya!
Do you need help with it? I was going to say.
Yep. As far as you can tell, there's nothing special about the specific clothing items.
Sorry, Gio.
Hey, you rolled history.
You rolled history.
It would be
he
the same
rolled-
roll. But would you want me to re-roll as if having the advantage from the offer
Sure.
of help?
Sure. I'll
Okay.
let it slide.
I'll re-roll once with the Arcana with as if it was help.
14.
So
Yeah.
14.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing special about the clothing items in particular. Magically.
I'm not seeing anything magical about the attire, so the magic that's protecting you or whatever it is that's protecting you about them is something about the place, not the items, as far as I could randomly guess, just with what little information we have.
Yeah, because when Nymphus took it off, he got hurt. So as long as we keep these on, we're protected from what's going on in there, so it seems.
Take it off. Take it off. Ow! 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 Sorry, I couldn't keep that one in.
No, it's
Fair.
All right. Belta, did you want to focus on any one of the particular items with your...
Since I'm not going in, we can do that as interlude while they're in there exploring.
All the crystals and whatnot.
All right, so
So-
Wilrick, do you don the hat and follow Xylith?
Yeah. I'm gritting my teeth whilst I'm doing that. I'm like, oh, great.
Do you want me to hold your
I'm
hand?
going to follow you to the entranceway and be prepared to heal you if you take damage. So you can escape if you do get hurt.
Let's just go in. Let's just go in. Let's get this over. Come on, let's go.
Wilrick, I need a wisdom saving throw, please. Oh, okay. Unlike last time, you enter the room without any ill effect, and you also get that same, it's eerily quiet in the room.
Strange, isn't it?
You hear that noise as you jump up and down, really
Yeah.
excited.
You just, obviously they don't hear me, yeah, but they just see me casually doing the Carlton dance.
You hear in your head,
That's
what are you doing? You pulling a Nymphus?
Oh,
I'm
look
possessed.
I look at Nymphus and message him back and be like, oh, I'm just happy I've got my hands.
Did you message Nymphus or message me?
Message,
Oh.
you message Nymphus or Belta?
Yes,
Oh, God.
Nymphus got a message. I was just having to. I'm like, there's something
Right.
talking in my head.
Belter. Not bad. I messaged Belter. And
All right.
Use that ability
with
if
me.
you get into any trouble over there. 'Cause
Just avoid this sigil on the floor, because I don't know what that does yet.
over it.
No!
Right. Oh. Give me the way.
Okay, let's go over here. I want to show you this table that me and Nymphus found. This is
This is the.
I'll point out the letters that I saw before, and I'll be like, this is what Nymphus was trying to write on the parchment to you
Tried.
guys.
I did.
Do I understand any of it?
Give me an investigation check, please.
Do.
come on, brain blast.
Wow, that's a throwback. 19. Okay.
Nice.
As you take a look at the inscription on the side of the table, you recognize it as infernal, but as you're looking at it, you actually see some of the shapes morphing a little bit. Almost as if they're kind of like either reacting to something, or they're some kind of other magical effect to specific symbols that are along the table.
Is it just is there any new symbols being added, or is it just the same symbols just being shuffled across?
It looks like it's just the same symbols. Not every symbol is changing. It just looks like there's a few specific ones that are changing.
Okay. It seems to be infernal, Xylith.
You can read that?
Kind of.
What does it say?
Points
Well-
towards.
Well, there's a few of the symbols that are constantly shifting.
Do I see them shifting, or is it only Wilrick that does?
You see certain symbols that are shifting in shape. You can't see them too.
Oh, okay.
Do we have any parchment with us?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Belto, I'm going to say for your first detect magic, there's an instrument from the collection that Nymphis brought back from the bookshelf that has a transmutation-like effect on it. And it kind of looks like a weird, kind of like wine corkscrew in shape to it, with a handle on one end and barbs at certain points of the spiral.
Above game. Ah, yes, the cranial extraction device just goes in through the socket. There's the brain.
So that'll be your first check, or your first focus.
Nymphis, I am not liking the elements of things that you were able to find in there. And then, of course, it's like, how has this been down here for so long? And who knows about it?
As you look at the symbols that are changing, it looks like there's some that are representative of numbers, possibly some kind of count or some kind of measurement of some kind, and there's other words on there like some kind of there's a mention of some kind of field, another term that you're not familiar with. There's a count of like entities, and you see that number kind of changing a little bit more slowly, but the symbols are not changing. Looks like together. It looks like they're kind of independent of each other.
Okay. I'll keep a note of what symbols I see. I'll turn around and cast message towards Belto. I'll be like, could you ask Nymphis if he has any paper, any spare parchment, and anything to write on? Really, I need something to write.
Using the since I can't see him to use my ability, I will use the return message of Whisper, or yeah, just I can whisper a reply. We know that the parchment thing won't work from what he brought back to me initially. So if you're trying to write down the same stuff, I don't think it would work, but I'll ask. Nymphis, do you have any spare parchment that Wilrick could come collect? He wants to try writing it down again.
Nymphis is looking at the crystal thing you just said that was really weird.
It does have transmutation on it.
Yeah, I know. I'm still looking at it. Huh. Paper? Sure. You could write?
Wow.
Alright, here you go.
It's a fair question, to be fair.
And I'll hand it to him.
If I get enough money, maybe we should buy him a book so if he has more memory issues, he can actually read the book that he writes himself one day.
I got spare blank sheets of paper. He can always use that. He just has to ask.
Alright, well, hopefully he comes back to collect the papers for this one.
Slide it on the door, underneath the door.
So I'll say Panda, you go collect the
Yeah.
parchment and then bring it back. I'll say for your second item, Belto, there is a bell shaped that has kind of the hammer missing on the inside of it, but that has a some kind of I'm gonna say enchantment to it.
I'd be even more cautious about touching this one, Memphis. This one is just pure enchantments, and enchantment is it's the scroll that usually alters one's mind, I believe.
Oh, hypnosis.
Versus transmutation is more so altering the physical form, if I am remembering the schools correctly. I think I am.
Okay. Hit that here, and we'll hit this one here.
Okay. Warwick, as you're looking at the table, or are you okay? You're at the sigil. Are you still at the sigil, or did you go back into the room?
No, I'm at the. Have I not moved? Is it moving now?
I see him up here for me.
Oh, okay. It showed me
Yeah,
down at the bottom.
he's in the
Okay,
room with me.
Cool.
Yeah.
As you start to write down the,
I was going to write down stuff that were moving, and any other symbols that I see right below it, and see if I can fit it in as if it's like a. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't say it.
Translate it.
Yeah. But I'd translate it, but see where the symbols will go. They'll fit better.
Yeah. So in one section it looks like it's a number that keeps kind of fluctuating, and currently it's like the equivalent of like 22. And the word loosely translates to like bodies or entities.
Okay, so it could be a counter, really.
The next one seems to be fluctuating more often, but the word associated with that is kind of like a field or aura or presence. It's kind of how that one translates.
Does that have a number next to it, or is it just?
Yeah, it does, and it's like fluctuating every maybe 5 seconds or so, and the number ranges from like keeps ranging from like 9 to 17.
Okay. Nah, I'll keep relaying this to Xylith and see if we can make any sense of it. But by the sounds of it, it seems like a counter. Counting like bodies, state of feet, presence. I'm not too sure what's going on here.
And the other one has been alternating between 1 and 2. No word associated with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you say this language out loud and see if anything happens?
Of course.
Like say the symbols?
I'll relay the symbols that I currently see. Yeah. It's obviously fluctuating, isn't it? So.
You relaying them, like you're writing them down, or you?
No. I'm saying them in Infernal.
Speaking
gotcha.
them, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking them in Infernal doesn't do anything.
Nothing? Okay. You know when Nymphis was in here and he removed his cap to test his theory. And when he got hurt, these crystals started to glow.
At the same time you mentioned that, I'm like, I wonder if I told Bobby, not Bobby, I forget, Belta, did I remember saying that the crystals inside there grew when I took my hat off? That's what Silent said happened.
I think that was retapped. I was also assuming that you guys gave us a rundown of everything that happened, I think.
Yeah.
Just to expedite it.
Do you think some of these crystals are, like, life absorbent?
I mean, they're clearly necromantic. As part of this whole issue, ritual, whatever this thing is.
Carry on.
Okay.
The next thing that you do, detect magic on Belto, it kind of looks like a hammer, but it's spiked at one end, and it just kind of goes up to a flat surface on the other, and that has the school of necromancy to it.
Does it look like the size of what would fit into the enchantment bell, or different size?
Different size.
Okay. Just because you said hammer was missing from that, and then this was a hammer next, so just making sure.
Well, this is a hammer that has
yeah,
a proper handle to it.
Gotcha.
It doesn't look like it would fit into the
all
bell
good.
thing.
All good.
Yeah. Yeah, Wilrick and Xylith. So you're writing down everything, Wilrick.
Yeah.
Look at the parchment again. It looks like it's still in one piece.
Zod, so you said the crystals glue once Nymphus took off the cap.
They were glowing.
It's,
I'm gonna try something, Wilrick.
you want to take off whatever you have on, and I'll keep note of what changes.
Hang on a second. Can I pull out my sword and cut my hand
Sure.
to draw blood?
Sure.
When I do that, does anything happen to the crystals? Like when I inflict pain on myself?
All right, I got you. You stumped me. Hang on, I gotta think about this for a second. I did not plan for this this possibility happening.
Crystals glow. Does the blood start to trail off and get absorbed by them?
Because my thought process is like, I'm gonna cut my hand, and if the pain infliction causes something to glow, I'll deal with that. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna smear it on the table.
Oh no.
As you watch the blood drip from your hand, you see it gravitate towards the table, then drop on the floor.
Are we really trying to summon a lich right now? Seriously. Zero spell slots, guys.
Wilrick, are you seeing this?
And as more drops fall, they're still they're not dropping straight down. They're dropping they're being pulled in towards the table.
Does any of the sigils, the numbers, do they? Obviously they were changing, but did they go any higher than before? Because obviously there was a range.
Right. No, the numbers that you're seeing don't seem to be changing based on what she's doing, or he's doing. Sorry.
Are the crystals glowing, or no? Is it just going towards the table?
Roll another perception check, please.
Okay.
$21.
Yeah.
You pick up the faintest of change in the crystal's glow.
I'm gonna go towards the table.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my hand on it, the bleeding hand.
Your hands down on the table, the crystals light up.
Oh shit!
But your hand's there, nothing has happened to you. Wilrick, you see Xylith just put his hand down on the table, and the crystals just start to slowly increase.
What the? I quickly turn around and send message to Belto, and like, Xylith is doing something either sacrilegious, very, very bad. He cut himself. He cut himself.
Stop him? Get you two back here then? And with that,
Good point.
Okay, so Xylith, you're not feeling any pain, but you can feel like it feels like the blood's being drawn out of you. Not an alarming rate, but it's like almost like you would feel like wounds or cuts heal up, but it doesn't seem like the wounds healing at all. As you just keep your hand on the table.
Wait, say that again? They're healing?
They're
or
not healing. It seems to
No,
be
they're
like
not.
getting worse just naturally.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna grab Xylith's arm and just lift it off, and make sure like the light emanating from the crystals isn't like leading anywhere. Because is it just the crystals that are lighting up, or are they directing up to like the roof or something of where we are?
Roll a perception check.
It reminds me of this one session in the Mighty Nine.
I think I know which one you're talking about, but it's been a while since I've seen that episode.
Yeah.
The crystals just seem to have a more intense glow about them, and as you pull Xylith's hand away from the table, the glow is just sustained. It doesn't change.
Wilrick, maybe...
And given your kind of previous religion check with kind of necromancy and everything, you know that blood sacrifice is usually part of necromantic rituals.
Xylith, we're not going to start a ritual. That is pretty much an essential part of stirring the pot.
But Wilrick, why is this here? Like, what's the purpose of this being here? Underneath the blacksmith's house. Don't you want to know what's going on?
I do, but I do not want to cause any sacrifice. I don't want to do anything. I'm having like a mental breakdown because Xylith is doing something so weird. I just start nibbling my cheese out of habit. I was stress eating. I'm stress eating.
Wait, listen, Wilrick. It said bodies. It said something entity, and it's going between 1 and 2. What if it needs 2 sources of sacrifice or blood?
Oh no. I'm gonna message Belto and I'm like, I'm gonna do something really stupid.
No, don't do stupid, get back here.
Yeah, we'll be alright, we'll be alright. And instead of making a massive gash on my hand, I'll just get my dagger and just make a small cut on my finger.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And then put it on the altar. That you better not be wrong.
I feel like this is like some Narnia stuff. This is what it's reminding me of.
I can't right now.
As you put your finger on the table, you have a similar kind of feel effect to what Xylith had, and the crystals continue to kind of increase in their glow, and Similarly, you feel kind of that wound opening up a little bit more, but nothing else seems to happen at the moment.
Okay, so let's get our hands off the table. Is it okay? What else other than this table do we have?
We have.
There are the crystals in the room. There's the stuff from the shelf and the table that Xylith and Nymphis took back to the kind of the storeroom where the chests were. So all the other kind of like ingredients or things to use for what might be used in the ritual are currently in a different room.
Oh, it seems like the crystals are channeling whatever is it's drawing our blood, and the crystals are channeling some form of energy from it. To possibly decommission whatever's going on. Do you want to take or destroy the crystals around here?
I don't know if we should touch those crystals, though. They seem to be...
Oh yeah, but cutting your hand and putting it on that like an altar is fine. Yeah, 100%.
The thing is, though, they're drawing our life. So if we destroy them, we might get hurt.
I need more people to help think. I'm going back down to the others.
He just runs away.
Help me, save me!
Is Xylith okay?
Xylith, you coming?
I think Xylith's just staying there, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in
I'm
the room.
sending
I
the
won't
message.
I'll stand by the door, but I'm gonna stay in the room.
I'll just relay what I know on the altar and the different numbers and the words, everything in Infernal, and see if either Belter or Nymphis has any idea what it could be.
Xylith did what now?
I have no control. I don't know what's going on with me.
He is off the hinge right now.
We need to
I
try
was
to
in
get
there.
back here.
I feel like there's gonna be an intervention or something.
I'm pretty
The
stumped.
numbers on bodies. You said it was only in like the teens to low 20s, I believe.
It ranges anywhere between 9 and 17. Oh wait, no, for bodies, 22. Okay, 22 for the body section, and then there was a separate section for what roughly translates as like field presence in common as between 9 and 17. But what's weird is a third section that has no words associated, but has numbers between 1 and 2.
2, 20. Bobby has a theory, but I don't think Belt was smart enough to put that together.
Well, we just casually start saying 3.1415926535897932384668.
Sorry, you lost me. What are these numbers? You said there was only 3 numbers, and now you're listing a bunch more.
It's a number that begins with 3.
I think they're cursed.
Yeah, no.
These guys are cursed. It's clearly necromantic math that they're dealing with.
It's very yes.
Necromancy.
Necromantic.
Yeah, but the numbers keep fluctuating. The numbers constantly keeps fluctuating. The crystals do light up when Xylith put his hand on the altar.
Okay, I had a thought to smash the crystals, but I don't think they're going to deal with anything else with the room.
That's what I suggested to Xylith, and he said, "Don't do that, because it won't. Because we don't want to get hurt." And I cruelly reminded him that
Look,
we cut our hands and put it on the altar, and could have started something that we could not take back.
Thank you
Look,
for
willingly.
some sense of restraint.
I'm not going to judge our friend Zyla and our travel partner. But if they're dabbling in necromancy, it's all good. It's cool. But it's just, I just want him to be safe about it, you know? And stabbing yourself in unknown rituals doesn't sound like the way to go. We should talk to him. Sit him down and let him know.
Anyway.
Practice safe necromancy.
Yeah, let's spare the dying.
But what's your opinions on that? Would you say destroy the crystals around the altar?
I know what these crystals look like. I don't know what they fully entail. You just mentioned that they glow.
Hat.
No.
Hold on. Let me get Xylith, and me and you go look at this altar. Because we do not want Xylith to put more blood on the
Summon
altar.
a demon or something.
Clearly, that's what's happening.
Xylith!
Yes.
Just
This is a giant game of telephone right now, partner telephone.
I know.
With necromancy.
Well, we're forced to split the party.
Can you just give Belto the cloth on your shoulders for a second? I want to.
Oh, does Balto want to go
opinion.
see what's going on in there?
Yeah, and then I'll go with him because I can translate Infernal.
Okay. I'll take off the thing and give it to Balto.
So dons the cloak very shakily. Step. Cast guidance on self. Step.
Need a wisdom saving throw as you step in.
And damn it, guidance is only ability check. Never mind. All right, wisdom save. Hiya.
I know.
Nat
Ooh.
2026.
Ooh.
You step in and nothing happens to you. As you brace yourself to feel whatever effect that everyone else has felt so far, but
I felt it
you
once myself. I just
entered-
didn't take damage.
Oh,
That was
right.
the first one.
Right. So you step in and you get the eerie silence of the room as well as everyone else has experienced now.
Half exhale of relief. Step. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab.
Just inching your way
Yep.
in.
Okay.
I'll point out where the words are.
This is
I'll show
concerning.
the blood stain.
Yeah, don't
Yes.
draw any more blood. I don't want to feed this thing any more energy
No,
from what you've described.
Yes, true. Are the crystals still lit up? Or are they not anymore?
Are they as bright as when they were feeding blood, or are they dim bad now?
Right. They've started to dim a little bit.
See how they're dimming? There was once more light in them.
I see.
Okay.
Looking at
doors must be.
looking at the open door. Okay, so that's to that pentagonal room that they said had the cages in it. Did you inside go that way? I couldn't quite see.
We only made it to this point
Okay.
until he wanted to cut his hand and place on the altar.
You'll just go over and close the door. I don't want to deal with anything over there right now.
I'll put the finger which I've cut open on the altar just to show quickly what it does and then take it off instantly.
That's what you said.
No?
Like I said, I do not want to feed this thing anymore.
Yeah, well, anyway, it seems to draw blood and just constantly draw blood from you, and it lights up the crystals.
Activated
some
head magic
sense
again.
You get pretty much necromancy from all four crystals, but there's a slight mix of a couple other things in there, like transmutation and abjuration is also kind of like subtly mixed into
Oh, I almost missed that.
what the crystals can
abjuration
do.
mixed in there. But yeah, as suspected, mostly necromancy. And is there anything about the table, or is it just the crystals that have that?
It's just the crystals.
I'm not seeing anything on the table. It's just the crystals that are doing whatever is here. Plus, of course, the sigil in the other room. Yeah, this might be over our heads. I mean, as if it wasn't obvious enough already. But I don't know what more we can discern down here.
Could this charge the sigil on the floor in the other room?
I have no idea. I'm not the most.
I think
arcanely
Nifis would have shared that detail because Nifis did the check against the crystals.
Okay,
I'm
so
guessing Nifis would have
then
shared
that wouldn't be a
detail.
question asked. That would just be oh, hey, it is. So, I mean, if it is charging it, how long has it been sitting here dormant? Especially since you just said...
No, it's not charging it.
Oh, it's
The
not.
crystals
it's
do
not
not
charging
charge
it.
the sigil.
Sorry,
Oh,
misunderstood. Thank you.
I didn't even know that as well.
So it's not charging it, so... But the fact that we don't know how long this has all been down here, what energy has accumulated in these crystals beyond these numbers you're able to read there. So you said it's body count, essentially?
It has bodies, all roughly entities, and then a numerical value next to it. So at the moment it's 22.
Mm-hmm.
Presence 9 to 17, and it keeps fluctuating. And then the word, the next one to it has no word, but has a 1 or 2. Let me check if there's anything else, and I'll circle around the table and see if there's any other inscriptions I missed.
I'll provide the help action if possible and applicable.
Which side are you going to?
The other side of the table.
Roll a. What was your investigation before?
My investigation before was if I can scroll.
I see a 19. Trying to see what else.
19. Yeah, I think
It's
that was
19.
it. I think that was it. Yeah. Okay. You see a different inscription here, and it kind of reads something akin to, know kind of what I want to say. I'm trying to figure out how to actually say it out in words.
Mm-hmm.
Control the flow of life and fate.
Of life. Of life and fate. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like this inscription says control the flow of life and fate.
That's...
Any ideas?
I mean, we're dealing with necromancy, so whether it is preventing death, resurrection, raising undead. I mean, we saw that the undead are raised in that other room, but not in a hostile way. They seem to still have connections to their previous life selves, or natures at the very least, given what we saw of the animal skulls and what Xylith said that man skull spoke to him. I don't like this at one bit.
So are you checking that end of the table now?
Yeah.
So you check the sides, you're checking the ends. I mean,
Oh yeah. I'll check all around the table now that I've seen both sigils. Both. Yeah.
one side says take, and the other one says give.
I assume you relay this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay it. Everything which I find, I'll relay straight to Belter.
Well, if it's necromancy, give and take, I assume it would be to offer a life to try to get one back. Or take one back, really.
Give health, take health.
Maybe. Maybe. So either we're dealing with a super infused necromancer, a necromancer that has found a way to transpose one life for another. Oh, gods above. I'm tempted to want to destroy this, but I fear what could happen if the energy were to be released.
What were the ingredients which they took from this room?
Let's go double check, shall we?
I'll just. Oh yeah, they can't really message back. Let's just check.
They can reply, but let's just step out of here for now, at least.
Okay. Also, why are you shaking in your boots?
No, his chainmail's like clinking.
Right,
He would auto-fail any stealth check at this point.
While they're having this conversation, I would like to talk to Xylith. Right away. I'll be like, Xylith,
Yes.
you put blood on this pedestal? I thought you said you didn't want to dab it in necromancy.
When did I ever say that?
Well, you did say you didn't want to... Is this a new hobby? No, full support. Full support. I
Listen,
really,
Nymphus,
but
I'm just...
Yeah, just raise the dead, it's fine.
it's fine. Full support. Consent.
I'm just curious. I'm curious as to why this is here, why it's still active, and what is going on underneath this blacksmith's house. Like, this is just here in the middle of some village. Why is it here?
It's true.
The
There's a lot of
curiosity is getting the best of me. I don't want to delve into this, but I'm willing to try to find out what's going on.
I'm right there with you with trying to figure this out, but I feel like this might be a new thing for you, and you might like it. And as we travel together, I'm down to help you grow and research more into this necromancy stuff. But, like, you know, you just gotta do it smartly. You can't be just chopping off body parts. And, you know, you have to know what's going on. So, yeah. That's all. My concerns. I'm supporting of you. I'm your friend.
Thanks, Nymphus, but I think you're misunderstanding. If something comes out of this,
Presence to doubt.
That one's going in the chat. Where is it?
Don't
Where is
do
it?
it.
Where is it? Here it is. There you go.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. In the meantime, Belto kind of figured out what these things kind of look like they do. Like, told not to touch this one. This is in like maybe hypnotic magic esque, and this one's like transmutation related. Is there any more other items that you have that we can look into?
I have some stuff that I took off of the table there, and I'll show Nymphis what I took off.
Wait, there was things on the table?
So there's a variety of different things, different jars of various liquids, different vials of different, looks like salts or minerals or dirt.
It was in the center table area?
The little round,
round one. Yeah, no, not on
okay.
the stone one.
Okay. Yeah. There's some tatters, there's some pieces of different fabrics and cloths. Different kinds of things that you would expect to maybe be used for different necromantic spells or rituals, and a few different kind of off-kilter things as well that you that one might not expect. Like there's a section of chainmail. It's just like almost like a square patch of chainmail for some reason. There's a couple blocks of different metals. There's some like iron ore and brass ingots type things. So kind of a different hodgepodge of materials that were on the table.
I wonder what kind of things these do, or what was the requirement for these. Chainmail, that's different. What? So you're saying there's different types of metal there? Like how many? 4?
Yeah. I'll say there's some iron, silver, brass. Leave it at that.
I'm not sure, but we'll just wait for Belto to look at this some more. And I wonder. Hold on, and I'll pull out the big book that I normally, see if there's anything might have been about necromancy or raising the dead or something like that. And I'll start just skimming until they get back there, and I'll just.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Bunk.
So do you all head back into the room, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You taking any materials with you, or?
Oh no, back in the other room. No, I was saying we were returning to regroup.
Okay. Well, you returned, because you returned to regroup and discuss. Yeah.
But now this is to
Okay.
discuss. Yeah. I think this is above our capabilities, especially since I'm nearly tapped out on all of my energies that I can dispense. This is concerning. We were spotted on the other ends of the table, give and take, and the other side said controlling life and fate.
Control the flow of life and fate. All fate.
So I don't know what we're dealing with. But this just feels like something terrifying. Something that needs to be stopped.
How do we stop it?
Well, we already tried to dispel the magic, and I was completely unable to. So unless we're able to dispel the magic on the crystals themselves instead of the sigil, I wouldn't be able to find that out if it's even possible until tomorrow.
Should we come back?
We should make sure nobody else gets down here.
I don't think anyone really knows about this place except now the blacksmith.
And anybody else in earshot when you were asking him about it.
Yeah.
And we've unlocked the doors.
So I'm a little tempted to from range, since we were considering the idea of using the black powder barrels to destroy the sigil. Maybe try to set them up to destroy the sigil and the crystals if possible, but I don't think the smith has enough, let alone whatever value those have. I can't pay him for it.
I could always try to use firebolt on the crystals at least.
Not at a good enough angle to protect yourself. I would say we would set it up to hit it from out here. But in any case, perhaps we should find out if there's any records in the town of if the blacksmith really doesn't know anything about this, who was here before him.
Yeah,
I don't know much about this town.
This is something pretty big underneath this town to be unknown.
And then we just happen to stumble across it because of the fire above. And why'd you come down here in the first place, Silith?
Oh, good questions asking. Here we go.
I found a trap
I would
door,
wait for this
and
one.
I thought there was people trapped underneath during the fire.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Then proceeded to light a smaller candle into the fire building.
I can't see in the dark.
Oh, okay. But of course, this was all locked. Blacksmith claimed to have come down here, but couldn't get past the locked doors. If he's telling the truth, would anybody else possibly be sneaking into his residence? Like, if anybody has the keys for down here,
Anyone uses it?
he's just a cover. There's so many variables. I don't know.
There's
Want to go to any local authorities to report this, but if anybody else in this town is actually involved in this, if this hasn't just been dormant under here for who knows how long. We can try to trust one another. Who would trust us?
I don't think we should tell anyone about this just yet.
Beyond what's already been overheard on top. And if Beatrice is saying anything right now, Beatrice went up when you and Nymphus were exploring.
Oh,
Because
did you
it's taking
guys
so long.
did you guys check around the corner into the bigger area? By the way, you and
No, I just shut the door. We were trying to just investigate the altar.
we
There
didn't.
was a cave back there.
Is it an open cave?
Yeah.
Where,
It's
like,
an
other
open
people
cave.
come in?
We came back the first time before we went there just to tell you and Belto what we found.
I closed the door because if there is anything back there, I didn't want to encounter it. Like I mentioned, I may be physically fine. My energy is almost completely drained. I'm not in the best headspace down here.
Well, okay, let's get out of here and rest up and make sure the town's not on fire still. And kind of left on that.
Because we also need to figure out why the fire started.
Yeah,
What if it was something to do with something down here?
most likely.
But
There's-
why?
There's a lot of questions we don't know. We don't even know where. We're still missing one member. Julian.
Yes, we are.
Let's go back and make sure he's okay.
I hope
or-
he's not in there.
Oh, like he would figure out how to get. I mean, Julian's not right. I mean, Sir Julian, he's highly smart. Pause.
So while we're planning to
But I
leave,
got to
I
make
would
it
like to
happen.
start taking the boxes and such and start like just trying to move them and the chest like into this hallway to try to clog it up to make it difficult for someone to get through. And then Xylith,
Okay.
you're able to pick a lock I heard earlier. Would you be able to re-engage a lock with your equipment?
I could try.
You can try.
I would suggest we
Try.
do so.
Let's take these garments and hats and stuff so that they can't even get in there if they could.
Then we would have to be concerned about them dying in here and being risen.
Then we'll know that someone died in here.
We're gonna barricade the door after we lock it.
Okay.
So pretty much taking the stuff from this room, trying to clog up this hallway just to make it difficult for someone to easily get through here. Then head outside.
The door is here, by the way.
Oh, that was a door there too. Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
There's no door here.
Yeah, I thought this was a completely empty hallway. I forgot about this door here.
This is the equivalent of we're just gonna put a pin in it.
So let's
Come
try
back
to
it
lock
later.
at least this door here.
And what about these items? Are we just gonna keep them in our bags until?
I think so.
Eh.
So we'll tuck the cloak into his satchel.
Infasil. Well, who's got the hat on currently?
Wilrick.
Last it was real weird.
But Rick,
Wanna hold on to the hat over? Oh, okay. I poof it into my bag stuff.
So let's try to re-engage this lock, and then we'll try to barricade in front of it, just to make it difficult for anybody to get through, and obvious if they do.
Okay.
okay. We'll just say for the sake of time, Xylith, you get the lock re-engaged, and
Okay.
you all barricade the trunk and the boxes up against the door that leads into the room with the sigil in it.
Yep. Exit this door, wait for everybody to get out of this one, close this door, move the table in front of it on its side.
Belto's really shaken up.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, was your stream able to see the map, or is it just us?
Yeah, I had it up for a little bit. I just turned it off a few minutes ago.
I look back at the weirdest time. Anyway, question: are we also keeping all the ingredients and stuff in our bags, the enchantment stuff as well?
Is it that we lock it down here, or take it with us?
Well, in chances of it being pickpocketed by someone who do manage to get past all of that, maybe these are important.
Unbarricade the door, take a box off the trunk. Here, put it in the trunk for now. Lock the trunk back up if we want to leave it here.
I think we should keep it with.
If we're concerned about the pickpocketing, what about like how you have the weapons from the mine? You could potentially store those in your ring if possible, maybe.
Now, when you mentioned that, Nymphus's face will kind of do a like. You mentioned the weapons from the mine and everything. He goes slightly, looks over to the side. Yeah. Sure.
Geo and Dust. Would I be allowed to roll an insight on that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Geo,
sure.
would you permit me to?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Insight check. Yeah.
Insight 25.
Oh my goodness. What would I
It's
have to
literally my
counter
best
that?
roll skill.
What would I have to do?
Deception.
Deception. Oh, +1.
Beat the nat 20, man.
Well, I rolled a 1 on my die, and there's a 2. Yeah. Oh well.
Well, I
There's
don't know
definitely
why.
something. There's judging by his reaction, there's definitely something with the weapons that he hasn't told the group.
And reading that from him, I'll just be like, we don't have to. I mean, you've got enough to burden as it is.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
I will say into your head, no, it's not. And
Dad?
Okay. He'll just
At
stay
least
quiet. He'll stay quiet.
divide the items amongst us, so it'll be harder to obtain from anybody that tries to take this back if they become aware that we're aware of this. So,
I'll come up with an item list for next session.
yep. We'll divide the initial batch of stuff and figure that out.
Spoils.
Yep.
But anything else y'all want to do while you're down here?
Nope. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel.
Yeah, let me just grab the dynamite.
Before the evening.
You want to?
No. No.
No, that's saved for this later.
We are igniting
What
this
is it?
dynamite.
Anyways. Plus, that we know is the blacksmith's property, so not going to use that without permission.
Oh, he
We're
found
We're
it
just
down
gonna
here.
reset
Whoa,
fire
whoa,
to his
whoa.
house.
The blacksmith said he discovered it and been using it. It's
No,
not really.
he discovered the space. He was using it for storage, including storage of the black powder.
So he didn't find the black powder down there?
Maybe you all can ask him.
From what I think I remember from the other session, he claimed to be using it and was adding to it. Whether or not he found some down there originally or not, I can't recall.
Blacksmith is hiding
Maybe you
something.
can go ask
We're gonna
him.
ask the blacksmith.
Yep. But we're gonna go up topside soon.
Yeah, we'll do that next session. Oh, that could have been done with an interesting little twist there. Yeah.
Could have summoned Asmodeus.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Why?
That's where you get on quick. Just shows up.
The lazy panda routines.
No.
No.
Do them.
I need to turn those off for the D&D session. All right, we should have Julian back next week.
Good.
Full party and all. And then I think we're off for the rest of August, if I'm not mistaken. So, one more session and then into September. Next one, hopefully, will be a good one. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
We didn't die.
Yet.